into the danger zone.
The Drew Yari Show.
The Drew Yari Show.
Hell yeah. Stupid idiot.
Drew Yari. The Drew Yari Show begins now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Drew Yari Show.
Let's do it.
Hey, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah, what's up?
Not much. Just here, I guess.
Okay. Good. I'm glad you're there.
I'm here, but now I'm also here. No. Yeah, what's going on with you, dude?
Nothing much, man. Just trying to get through this work week, and really just get to the weekend here. Got two pay-per-views this weekend here. Well, one I probably will just keep up online with. The other I'm actually watching with NXT.
All right. I did watch NXT last night. I was watching it for the first time in a while. I turned it off after the Pretty Deadly thing, where they came
New
out
Day.
and just talked about. Well, I actually missed that part because me and the missus were, we decided to spend some time together and just watch a movie.
Yeah.
And get something to eat. So, yeah, I did see that New Day came out, and yeah, I mean that's pretty cool that New Day is on the show, and that, I mean, it gives them something to do and it adds something to the show. So, good for NXT,
Right.
which we'll cover, or well, not cover, but we'll give our predictions for Deadline this Saturday. Talk a little bit about Raw, and something else I want to bring up. As far as any news tidbits goes, there's really no big news.
What were you gonna bring up?
I mean the PWI thing for
Oh,
the tag
okay,
teams,
yeah, okay, yeah.
which the full list already came out, so we can see if we can skim by those, even though we already know who the top teams are. We haven't even finished the men's, the men's singles ones.
Well, I mean, we're well past it at this point for anyone to care. So,
Yeah, but it was fun going through the terribleness of that.
yeah, for sure. Did you hear the news today? The press conference that Tony Khan had on the reason on William Regal leaving AEW?
Vaguely, but fill me in.
Basically, long story short, so Tony Khan, he had, and I'm gonna do the setup too as well, because I think it's important, with it. So, Tony Khan's mother had a stroke. I think he said it was around All Out, I believe, when it happened. So, he was, booking the shows and dealing with his mother. Only, he didn't really tell anybody about his mother having a stroke. And, she was in the hospital, and I guess it was on a Sunday night. When, he got a text message from William Regal. And he was actually at the hospital with his mother at the time. His mother was all with, things hooked up to her, a lot of stuff hooked up to her or whatnot. And, he went outside, sat on a park bench, and, called William Regal, and Regal was like, hey, I want to go back, and, since my son is in WWE, I want to really spend my time with him and develop him and all that. So Tony Khan was like, well, you know what, I don't want to, he said that AEW is a family first company. He said AEW is a family first company, and, if you want to, be with your family, he said, hey, I may not be able to accommodate everybody, but, if you want to be with your family, if it's a situation, then, hey, I want to, try to help out with that as much as I can. And, he was saying that, William Regal was somebody who had good intentions coming over to, AEW, and he has good intentions going back to WWE. He also mentioned as well that, his mother had a second stroke, and
Jesus.
yeah, his mother had a second stroke, and she had to get like a major surgery, and had all these things hooked up to her or whatnot. So it kind of reminded him of like, you know, he said that he didn't want to keep any parent away from his child. So he kind of like, I guess he didn't say it outright, but like you can kind of tell that the situation with his mother, you know, having this surgery. Apparently, she had the surgery already, and it seemed like she's doing better now, a little bit better now than what she was from before. But you could tell that the decision was kind of based off his current real life situation with his mother as well, and like he kind of put that into perspective too as well with that. So yeah, Royal Regal is going back to WWE. Obviously that's what we know, but the reasoning behind it and the story how it got there, I think that was very very fascinating, and also as well, you know, kind of telling about Tony Khan, because like he could have just been outright dick and said like, you know, no. He could have made a decision emotionally, and he had that stuff going on with his mother too as well, and you know what I mean, like he could have like said like no, you know, but he said they sat down with William Regal. I think he said it was at the Philadelphia Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, you know, said that, you know, hey, pretty much long story short, he was like, hey, you know, I understand that you want to leave, and you know, and all that there, and they had a long conversation about it, and they came to a mutual agreement, no ill will between the two. You know, apparently Regal was very thankful for the opportunity in AEW, and you know, Tony Khan was basically saying, you know, hey, you know, again, you know, AEW is a family first company, and he just wanted to make sure he did the right thing in that situation. So that was the whole story there. So yeah, we knew about William Regal, you know, reportedly leaving AEW's contract right now. He said it was gonna be at the end of this month when his contract runs out, but he still stay like Tony Khan still say like, you know what, hey, even though you're leaving, we're not gonna bury, you know, we're not gonna, you know, fully bury you on the way out. Which Regal didn't get buried. He was just using a storyline to enhance MJF. He didn't get buried in a way. Getting buried is basically like, you know, getting fully embarrassed. So
like
this was really just to get heat on MJF, and Regal wanted to do business. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Very, very interesting story. Tony Khan's mother. I know that, you know, I know we give Tony Khan crap on here, but really, I mean, speaking for myself, really for his wrestling decisions, but when it comes to real life, man, like, man, that sucks to hear, man, and you really hope that his mother gets better. Hopefully he's in a good spot too as well mentally, because I know that can really mess with you mentally as well. So yeah, Tony Khan, prayers to the family and whatnot, and hopefully William Regal is hopefully William Regal is in a happy place on what he's doing, going back to WWE. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, thoughts and, you know, not condolences, but like, you know, both, you know, to Mrs. Khan, you know, to a speedy recovery, and also to Tony. You know, at the end of the day, he's a guy, and he has a family like all of us. He has a mom like all of us, and so I mean, I'm glad to hear the story didn't go dark.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of I guess I guess it kind of sounds like William kind of caught, you know, Tony in a more vulnerable spot. Not to say that he, you know, picked and chose his spot. You know,
well, no one knew about.
No, that's what I meant. I'm not trying to make it sound like William was like, you know, his mom's in the hospital, I better ask him. Like, no, it was more just like, you know, he happened to catch him at a very vulnerable,
exactly,
you know, spot, you know, in his life. And for Tony, like you said, Tony could have just been like, you know, fuck you, my mom's in the hospital, you're not going anywhere. For Tony, he was like, you know what, you know, family's family, you need to be with your family. So I get it, you know, once all this shit's over with MJF, you can leave.
Yeah.
Well, you know, so, you know, respect to Tony. And then for William Regal, who is, from what it sounds like, he is either going to be back at WWE, I think, next month, which is technically next year. And, he's going to be working a backstage role, either as a trainer, an agent, or both. And, I can imagine Triple H is giddy having his boy back.
Yeah. 100%. And the fact that, a lot of people were saying about, is William Regal going to be the GM? Is William Regal want to be, on the show as a manager or something like that? No, he's going to be, Speaking of, he's on Dynamite right now talking, but, I'll listen to that in a little bit here. Regal's on Dynamite right now as soon as, that match was over. But anyway, I assumed that he will be, back in NXT, doing, and he lives in Florida too as well. So that's what I'm looking at here on, what he's going to be doing back in, WWE. But the fact that he's on Dynamite tonight and he's talking, I can't hear what he's saying because I have it on mute. The fact that Tony Khan's using him still all the way to the end, that's pretty noble on his behalf, because he could have just not let him be back on TV after the fact. But yeah.
So let me jump ahead a little bit. So what does this say about talent that in the future wants to get released, or wants to ask for the release?
So Tony Khan mentioned that he can't really, what's the word I'm looking for? Accommodate everybody, right? Like, everyone has say, if they use that, I won't say it's an excuse, but they bring up, my family situation. To me, I'm thinking like, okay, I don't think that everyone is gonna get granted that release. And yes, William Regal is on TV, but I think his contract is not as much as and I believe we talked about this last week or a couple weeks ago. I don't think it's as much as an Andrade or as much as a Malachi Black. I believe those wrestlers are making more money than William Regal because they're actually in-ring talent wrestling matches. So, to me though, it's gonna be a sticky situation. Miro, right? He's in AEW, obviously. And there was a news story from Fightful Select saying that, Miro is and has been completely healthy and wants to actively compete. However, we're told that, creative simply hasn't been presented for him. So, guys like that, okay, you're Miro, you're healthy, you want to wrestle, you may go back to WWE and you may not wrestle every week, but you may wrestle maybe a couple times a week, right? That's a lot better than just not doing nothing and getting paid. I guess that's okay, but doing nothing, getting paid, but you want to wrestle and and I'm sure he wants to wrestle, and the fact that he's not doing anything right now. Plus, he doesn't work the indies. He doesn't need to work the indies. At least in WWE, if he were to go back to WWE, let's say he wrestles, maybe twice a week, not twice a week, but twice a month on TV. Guess what? You have house shows. You go wrestle in front of house shows. You can wrestle on, and some people will probably scoff at this, Superstars, or, So, or Main Event. So, back to your original point, the wrestlers who may ask for their release, at this point, I don't know. I don't know on what the result is. Every situation is going to be different. And again, and I mentioned this, if Tony Khan lets William Regal go, and by all means, we didn't know the exact situation, we didn't know Tony's situation, but the fact that he's still going to let him go, that's a downhill slope for other wrestlers. So, it's going to be very interesting in early 2023. Pay attention to the first few months of 2023 and kind of see where the landscape is in AEW. Either the wrestlers are going to sit there, point up, and just either not wrestle or just sit there whenever they get the opportunity, or you may get a mass exodus of some wrestlers who just either A, not being utilized, B, not being utilized correctly, and or C, not being utilized enough. So it's gonna be very interesting in the first few months of 2023.
Right. It's gonna be interesting because you're gonna see a lot of the wrestlers like we talked about this, ad nauseum, that are gonna look at them and be like, why is that okay? I have a family too. Just recently, Athena gave an interview on Busted Open Radio talking about her situation. She brought up. Let me pull up the interview real quick.
Yeah, and I got a couple things more too about this situation as well. Once we go into the story here.
Yeah, keep going. I'm trying to look for the interview.
No, I was just gonna mention too that a lot of people will probably end up going back to WWE. So, like for example, Emma, right? She went back to WWE, but there's some fans out there like, oh, should I be utilized? I don't think Emma went back to WWE. Yeah, she went back to WWE to wrestle, be on TV or whatnot, and have a secure paycheck. But I think she really went back to be closer with Madcap Moss, because obviously they're dating, right? I can see Keith Lee going back to WWE, not necessarily because, and I think Triple H will probably make him a big star anyway, but really just to be with his wife, Mia Yim. So I can see Miro going back, and Lana's not there, but I could just see some, like, for example, Malachi Black. Obviously we talked about a situation many times before, but I can see him going back to WWE. A, maybe to become a star. Obviously, Triple H will definitely sees high of him. We already know that. But also B, to be closer with his wife. So there's a lot of different things that people don't really think about when it comes to this wrestling thing, and when it comes to people going back to WWE or even going to AEW, for example, right? Like, sometimes it's not just about being on TV and wrestling and the money. Sometimes it's just about being close to your family and to your personal friends, too.
No, you're definitely not wrong. Sorry, I'm kind of doing two things at once.
No, you're good.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about family, because you brought up Keith Lee. I can see Keith Lee wanting to go back eventually to be with Mia. Same thing with Malachi Black. Eventually, he's probably going to end up going back so he can be with his wife. Emma came back so she can be with her. I don't know if he's the fiance or boyfriend or whatever, but
I think they're engaged. I'm not totally sure about their situation.
But then you got Bo Dallas, who I don't know if he's still dating Liv Morgan or whatever. But he's back.
I think they're getting married, or I think there's something like that.
Right, and I think they own a business together, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
Yeah.
And he's also back, and he's also here with his brother. So I found the interview with Athena. So Athena was on Busted Open Radio, and she talked about her criticisms about her hard-hitting style. And I have a quote right here. And when they asked her about her hard-hitting style, she goes, "Because I feel like it. Sometimes nice guys finish last. Sometimes you get frustrated. And it's hard because you're trying to find an opportunity to not get lost in the shuffle, because at AEW, there are so many talented women just across the board, and it's like, what can you do to stand out? You're asking questions like, why am I stuck in this position? Why is this happening to me? Am I not good? Finally, you just have to say, F it. That's basically what I've done. I'm going to do what I do best. For 10 years before I signed to WWE, I was one of the most notorious heels. I worked my entire indie career as the bad guy. I even got nicknamed the American Joshi because of my hard-hitting style. People forget about that through my entire career. It's something I've always wanted to get back to. The girls can hit just as hard as the guys. Oof. I have to sit there and see Jon Moxley and Jericho and Wheeler Yuta. All of those guys hit the tar out of each other. I guarantee you, if I was a man, there wouldn't be as much backlash or anything about that." Oh, shut the fuck up. It's all these old bloated farts that want to sit there and tell us that we need to look pretty. They complain when it's a dance. They complain when we hit hard. Get over it. We're out here to be just as good as the guys. We give it our all and put in all the time and effort to hone our craft. and I feel we're underappreciated when we do things like that. And lastly, when asked about she's received so much criticism for changing her style, I honestly don't know. I've been doing this for almost 17 years. No matter how much we as women train, or if we have the best match on the card, it's always going to have the stigma of they hit too hard, it's too dancey. People are always critical of the girls because we're still trying to fight for so much. Every time we step into the ring, we're still trying to prove that we belong here, that we're just as good as the guys, if not better. I don't know if anyone else caught Full Gear, but Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter tore down the floor. So what? There was blood, someone got hit in the face. Oh well, it's wrestling. We're not babies. We're not going to go home and cry about it. We're going to continue the match and do what we do best, which is entertain people. Just because one person hits hard, one person is a high flyer, one person likes to do submissions, it's all entertainment at the end of the day. That's what we all want to show you. We all want to put our heart and art on the platter in the ring and be appreciated for every bump we take, every death-defying move, every time we get hit by a chair, go into a cage, come off the top with a stunner, and we want to show you guys our heart and every time we step into the ring. And for some reason, it's so overly criticized, and I don't know why. I don't have an answer for that. Every step we take forward, it takes one comment on the internet to set the entire women's wrestling category back. Thoughts?
I mean, she's not wrong to me. I mean, wrestling is supposed to simulate a combat, and a lot of times women's wrestlers, I think that's an opportunity for them where they go in and you can tell that it's scripted. You can tell it's not a fight. Now, obviously, with the wrestling too as well, it's an art. You're trying not to hurt each other too in the process. However, I like it when they are having hard-hitting matches. That's why I'm drawn to wrestlers like Asuka and, Ember Moon Athena and, Io Sky and Kairi Sane, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks. Like, I'm drawn to these wrestlers, Bianca Belair. She's like, you know what I mean? Like, at WrestleMania, her eye got closed shut. She came out the night after WrestleMania where her eye freaking shut, you know what I mean? Due to a hard-hitting match with Becky Lynch. So, obviously, don't want to see nobody get injured or anything of that nature, but that's what you sign up for. It's wrestling, right? If you get a potato and fix, you potato them back right straight dab in the face, you know what I mean? And you talk about it backstage and, hopefully, you guys can come to a, to apologies, like, hey, I'm sorry, whatever, right? But, at the end of the day, though, I see what she's saying now. She said, yeah, she has to say, as a woman, sometimes, hey, we're good, we're just as good as the guys, if not better. Well,
Nah, I mean, look, Exhibit A, the main event of Raw this past Monday. What did that draw?
It didn't draw too well. It didn't draw. It drew horribly, actually. But despite that, though, like, should women, be higher on the card? Should women in AEW at this time? Not really, because they don't focus on enough. Should they have more focus? Yes. Could it be a main event? Absolutely. Look at Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. You know what I mean? Inside the steel cage earlier this year, right? Here in San Antonio, Texas. St. Patrick's Day.
I was there.
So, it can work. It can be the main event. The story has to be there. The heat has to be there. You have to have an opportunity. And currently right now, Athena AEW, she's getting her opportunities on Dark and on, Elevation. She was a former NXT women's champion who was, at the time, the second most dominant woman in NXT next to Asuka. If you could put like a top 5 of dominant women in NXT history, she will definitely be on that list. You can put Mandy Rose and you can put Shayna Baszler and Asuka. You know what I mean? You can put, and whoever you want your fifth woman to be up there. You can, whoever, right? But she has a point, and I'm probably 80%, good on the conversation. It was about 20%, and I'm like, I don't really agree with that. But, I can see what you're saying, but I just don't agree with that. But, yeah, no, I see what she's saying. But, again, it's gonna have to be, the booker, right? Making these decisions and making these women look more prominent. Right now, we have a six-woman tag match on AEW. You have Jade Cargill's group, the Baddies, right? Layla Gray and was it Red Velvet? No, Red Velvet's on the other team. No, it is Red Velvet. Yeah, it's Red Velvet. On the other team with Kiera Hogan, Sky Blue, and Madison Rayne. Like, okay, why is Madison Rayne on TV? Well, like, what she needed? Like, why is she on TV? Like, love Madison Rayne, loved her in TNA. What's she gonna do in this women's division? Nothing, right? Sky Blue, I like Kiera Hogan as well. Two young talents, two young prospects. Why is Madison Rayne in this match? I don't get it. Put somebody else in there that deserves a spot. So yeah, that's my whole thing with the whole Athena situation. I mean, I agree with her mostly, but there's 20% I didn't like.
The 20% I agree with you. Like, to say, we're just as good as the guys, if not better. It's like, no.
I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't go that far. And yes, I agree. Good. Great women's wrestling is always great. When it's like the Rheas, when it's Bianca. Once upon a time when it was Shayna. You can definitely throw Mandy in there. Bailey, Becky, Charlotte, Sasha. But let me ask you something. Have you noticed, like, there's kind of been a drop-off in how a lot of the women's wrestling has been since the women's revolution from, 4 or 5 years ago, where the action seemed a lot more hard-hitting and a lot more gritty? Nowadays, it almost seems like they've regressed. Like,
yeah,
100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%, absolutely. With the exception of a few, right? There's some few out there that still hit hard, but even like Asuka's like toned it down a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, she definitely is capable, but this is my knowledge, right? Yes, I want you to go hard in your matches, right? Does it have to be every single week? No, because that's how people get injured. That's how people, get injured and, causes friction or whatnot. But when those matches matter, you gotta bring it. For example, again, Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. They brought it in that match. Mm-hmm. One of the best matches of night one. I believe it was night one, if I remember. One of the best matches of night one. And, just looking at AEW, there's been a handful of matches, but it's really been coming from Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. And I really think it's really Thunder Rosa that really brought that out of Britt Baker, right? And yeah, you had Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm too. Obviously, they had a great match at the last pay-per-view here at Full Gear. Other than that, it's just been very vanilla. Doesn't look believable. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look hard hitting. Like, all I care for is for it to look believable, right? Have it look believable. It doesn't have to be like shoot Joshi hard hitting style. Make it look believable. Like, you know what I mean? Whenever you're going for like a pump kick, I don't want you to miss by 20 feet. You know what I mean? I want things to look crisp. When you're running the ropes, run with some speed, run with some authority. You know what I mean? Don't run slow just because it's a wrestling match and you wanna look pretty out there, right? You can still look pretty and be an ass kicker. So those are the things that is missing from and this is really in WWE too. When they run the ropes slow, when they deliver their moves, right? When there's a botch, it seems like they just go through with it. They don't improvise. Nothing. Like it looks bad. It really does look bad when they do that. I'd rather them botch going fast than botch going slow. Botch going slow is the worst thing you can see in wrestling because you can see it happening. It's like, oh god. Botch going fast is like, okay, like, okay, it's a botch, or you missed a move, but damn, that looked brutal, or damn, that that looked okay. So yeah, to your point, yes, it has gone down, but Yeah, it's definitely gone down. It's definitely gone down. But again, these women are wrestling, especially in WWE, you know, at least 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week if they go to SmackDown, right? You know, how can they, you know, keep having these hard-hitting matches every week? My best guess is to, you know, you spread out the roster more, right? You don't have to wrestle every single week on TV. So if you wrestle, let's say 2 times a month, right, on television, and you wrestle every week on the house shows, well, on the house shows, you can do whatever the hell you want because it's not on TV, right? If you want to wrestle, you know, not as hard, okay, great, but it's not on TV because we're, you know, the only people there that's going to complain is the people that's in the audience. So I'd rather have, you know, 1,000, 2,000 people complain than, you know, a potential over 1 million people complain due to the TV. So anytime when you're on TV, go hard, go at it, run the ropes fast, you know what I mean? Set your moves up fast. And if you mess up, you mess up, but just make it look believable.
It's also not just the in-ring work, it's the character development because, you know, you look at Becky who, you know, a few years ago had solid muscle on her and now she looks like she has like a fucking iron deficiency or something. And, you know, you look at Bayley, just as much as I love Bayley, and Bayley's still good, you know, she's really kind of fallen out of favor with a lot of people with, you know, this whole damage control shit. And even Bianca is starting to kind of get a little stale, you know, and you know, Bianca's over and people love Bianca, but she desperately needs a character change. And not necessarily, I'm not saying she needs to be a heel, but she needs more of an edge to her. Like she needs something because, you know, when Bianca comes out, I just kind of go, oh, it's Bianca. Like that's really my reaction. And it almost seems like that's kind of the reaction with some people in the audience. And don't worry about it, Eddie. And yeah, just like this regression of like hard-hitting style to where it's just like, I'm not expecting a Monday Night Raw match between fucking, you know, Candice LeRae and Io Shirai to be, you know, strong style. I don't need to see that. I just need the shit to look believable. And if anyone can make it look believable, it's someone like Io. It's someone like Candice. It's someone like Bayley, or maybe even a Becky, or fuck Bianca. You know, Rhea's probably the only one that her shit looks good. Yeah. That her shit looks believable and that it hurts. Like, you know, on Raw, I guess we'll kind of segue into Raw a little bit. She was in a triple threat, and you know, when she does a headbutt to people, like she actually fucking like headbutts them in the chest, and that looks like it hurts. And the way she sells, I think, is fucking beautiful. Like there was a bit where I think it was like outside where she landed outside, and she's selling like she has a fucking giant stick up her ass.
I mean, that looked like that spot sucked because she did a full, front flip senton or, wherever it was, and just landed just back first, tailbone first on the outside. That looked like that move sucked.
Right, but it's just a testament to Rhea because Rhea is just so fucking good, and she knows her character. She knows she has to be the big scary, tall goth girl, so she's gonna sell and punch like a big scary tall goth girl. So Rhea's great. I don't think Rhea has anything to worry about. Everybody else, I think, needs to kind of look at Rhea and go, what is she doing that I'm not doing? Bianca, is the champion, but Bianca can't get too complacent. Like, I don't want to see Bianca get complacent. I don't think Bianca's the kind of person who allows herself to get complacent. And it also falls down to creative, because creative, management needs to do something. Triple H, as much credit as we want to give him, he's made quite a few mistakes, with this whole regime. So I hope they fix the problem with the women. Just let them wrestle more of a hard-hitting style. Just make the shit look believable. Another thing that they can do to fix it, and I kind of alluded to this a couple times already, but you don't have to have, and this is for the men too as well,
don't have your stars on every single week.
Right.
Don't have your champions on every single week. Don't have them wrestle every single week. Don't even need to do promos every single week. It's an old school mentality, old school fact. Triple H did that at NXT. Even though it was a 1 hour show, it worked. It worked. I get Raw's a 3 hour show and SmackDown's a 2 hour show. But sometimes, not seeing them as often helps. Like even with Bray Wyatt, I don't want to have to see Bray Wyatt every week. He hasn't wrestled a match yet, you know what I mean? But I think if you were to just like have him show up maybe, once or twice every month, right? I think you could get further along with him. Now, with what he's doing right now, he needs to be on TV every week, and they're finally starting to give direction on his potential first feud with LA Knight, so I get it. But sometimes less is more, especially in wrestling. You don't have to, have these guys on TV every week. You don't have to have these guys wrestling every week, you know what I mean? At least on TV. If you want to have them wrestle, dark matches and they're not on TV, so you can just have those fans there in attendance happy, boom. That's how you solve that problem. But as far as on TV every week, to me, less is more. And I think you can get a better retention rate, but more people tuning in, and a better, like I said, a better retention rate for people to retain on there, because it's like, instead of being like, oh, Bianca Belair, all right, well, she's, I've seen her for the past 3-4 weeks, she's talking about the same thing. It could be like, oh, Bianca Belair, I haven't seen her in a few weeks. Okay, this is a nice surprise type of thing. So, I don't know. I'm an old school head when it comes to that type of stuff.
No, I get you. Like, they really do need to keep a lot of their top stars off every now and then. Like Bianca, every now and then give her the week off. Give her like a week or two off and just give her time off, because the girl's worked really hard. She deserves a break, and also it gives the fans time to miss her more. It's
exactly.
like Cornette says, how can we miss you if you're never gone? So give her time off. Roman gets a lot of time off, and that's well deserved. And
Roman Reigns, like when Roman comes out, guess what? We're excited to see him.
Place goes fucking nuts.
He's not on. Yeah, because he's not on every show, and he gets a huge pop. I mean, it is Roman Reigns, but like I think he gets a bigger pop because I don't think he's there that often, right? And it's so much benefit if you do it that way too as well. It gives those, gives the fans, a little bit of time away from those top stars, but also B, it forces the people who are not on TV that often, it forces them to be better, because like, oh crap, Bianca's not here this week. Oh crap, Roman's not here this week. Oh crap, Austin Theory's not here this week. Like, I have to be good. If I'm not good, I may not be used again for a while. It forces the people who are not on TV to be good.
Right, like an Austin Theory, like someone like Cross, who needs as much exposure as he can get. And just not for nothing. After Mania, they really do need to give a lot of people time off. Roman, give him a fucking much needed vacation. Give him the summer off. Fuck it, give him the summer off. Give the Usos some time off. Give Sammy and fucking Kevin Owens some time off. Like give that whole faction, basically give everybody who's done something huge some time off. Same thing with like fucking, I don't know, Drew. Maybe Drew. Give Drew some time off. So everybody's entitled to a vacation. Everybody who's really busted their ass over the past year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, they deserve a much needed vacation. I mean, that's there's really no lies about that. Give Roman the summer off, and if it's Cody who's going to be that guy, let Cody be that guy for a while. And same thing with like a guy like Austin Theory. Let Austin Theory be that guy for your summer. Test shit out. So let's since we're already on the topic, let's talk about Raw. Raw was okay, just the main event was just not very good. it was not needed. I don't think it needed to be the main event, but we'll get to it. The show opened with the Usos versus Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens for the tag team championships, and as usual, the Usos retained the titles. Afterwards, Sol Sikoa just beat the fuck out of Riddle. Like, he beat the fuck out of him. He channeled his inner Umaga. And Riddle is, like we just mentioned, he's looks like they're writing him off television. He's going to be taking some time off. And that looks like it's going to be the next big feud. Or probably, Solo's, big feud on the main rosters with Matt Riddle. So that was a nice spot. Just showed how vicious Solo could be for Solo, because I heard a lot of people trying to make the comparisons of him and Jacob Fatu, which I thought was unfair because they're two very different wrestlers. And Solo, I like Solo, and I was always wanting Solo to kind of show that viciousness that he can have, because everybody in the bloodline has their own. They have their own gimmick. Jay has his own thing. Roman obviously has his own thing. Jimmy's just the guy who likes everybody. And then you have Solo, who's just like, what does this guy do? Like, what can he do? And now you can see it. So what did you think about that spot?
I thought, it made him a vicious animal, in comparisons to Umaga, in comparisons into a Yokozuna, and, just living up to the family ties of the Anoa'i family. Sol Sikoa, we talk very, very, very well about him here on this podcast, and he is going to be a future world champion. Not like next year or nothing like that. Give him like 5 years. It's gonna be him and the Austin Theories that's gonna be up there. And whoever that comes over from AEW, like maybe MJF if he comes. I don't know if MJF's coming, but I'm thinking maybe a whole work of what he's doing, but we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, no, he's gonna be the future. And it's good to see him getting that that recognition, and the fans are behind him too as well. Being associated with the bloodline alone has made him popular, very popular, one of the most popular wrestlers in WWE. He's been there for what, 3 months? 4 months the most. So good for him.
So with a Solo, do you think there's a possibility that sometime down the line, we get possibly a Solo and a Roman, feud?
No, not at all. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it could. And
not with this current iteration of the bloodline, that it doesn't correlate. For me personally, I don't see the purpose of that.
I'll explain why. So I'm not saying at Mania. I'm saying maybe a SummerSlam-ish or another pay-per-view. The storyline could be, after Mania, Roman takes some time off, and he leaves, the reins to Jay. Jay being, the eldest. Second in command. And Solo's doing his own thing, and he doesn't listen because he's the youngest. And then that's where Roman has to come in and kind of put him in his place. But like I just mentioned, Solo's the youngest. He doesn't want to listen. He wants to do his own thing. So that, that can be a thing. That can be a storyline of Solo doesn't want to listen now even to the Tribal Chief. And that's where the disintegration of the bloodline happens. So I don't know. It's just an idea. But
yeah, I see what you're saying. I just don't see it. I understand what you're saying, but I just don't see it. If Roman, so we don't know what the hell's gonna happen at WrestleMania. Rumors of The Rock being at the Royal Rumble. How's that gonna be for Cody? Is it gonna be a 2-night? WrestleMania, thing with Cody, and one night The Rock, the other night, one for one title, one for another title. We don't know. if he faces Roman, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be this year. Maybe so. I don't know. Or I'm sorry, not this year. Next year. Next year. But also B, it's not gonna be for no title. I don't see it being. Yeah,
well, no, it doesn't have to be for a title. That's what I meant. Like it could just be the storyline is that Solo doesn't want to listen. He's too brash and he's too arrogant. And Roman, being the elder statesman, being the tribal chief, is like, I got to put him in his place and remind him of who he is. Like that.
I could see that being one of his last matches going out of WWE. So I could see Roman, maybe 2 or maybe 1 or 2 years down the road, 1.5, 2 years down the road, maybe being that. But I don't know. I just don't see it. I may be wrong. I've been wrong about a lot of things before. I just don't see how we, how I can see how we get there, but I just don't see like. I don't see how that's gonna work with them in the bloodline and like Solo leaving the bloodline. Like, I think Solo right now, I think he easily needs to be connected with his family, at least for another year and a half, at least. You know what I mean? Connected. Doesn't have to be the bloodline, but just connected to the family, you know what I mean? Like, it could just be a threesome with Solo and the Usos or however they want to do it. You know what I mean? Who knows? We don't even know if Jacob Fatu is going to be coming to WWE. You know what I mean? I know with his whole, criminal record, but he may come to WWE and they may have been a tag team. It may be them versus the Usos for all we know. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see on that.
That'd be money right there. That'd be license money right there.
100%.
And then you had the JBL, poker thing, which that provided the entertainment for the night. Next, you had a triple threat: Asuka, Bayley, and Rhea Ripley. The winner of this would face the winner of the triple threat in the main event to see who would face Bianca Belair for the women's championship. We kind of briefly discussed this match. Bayley wins it. Rhea kind of took a pretty sick bump, and she was really selling the shit out of that. So you couldn't tell if she was like, actually legit hurt or like she's just that damn good or both. But kind of a side note with Asuka. So Asuka on her social media had shared a picture of her when she was Kana over in Japan. And when she had like the short hair and like the clown makeup, and the caption read, "This world is bullshit." And she's continuing to share more and more pictures of her as Kana. So what do you make of that?
Well, nothing. Maybe she'll, have a little bit more of an edge with her character. You know what I mean? Triple H loves, Asuka. I don't see her going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no, I mean, I was more implying what you just kind of said, which was like, it looks like she might be getting more of an edge to her character, which,
she may be returning to an old gimmick. You know what I mean? She's 41 years old, so I don't really see her like going anywhere, like going back to Stardom or nothing like that. Plus, she loves, living in the United States too as well. If you ever see her YouTube channel, but yeah, I could definitely see her going back to that gimmick there, right? That'll be something cool to see. That'll be another layer to her character, and also on top of that as well, not a lot of people think about that. That's merchandise like crazy right there. Imagine the figures for that, right? You get a Asuka. Elite, you know what I mean? A Montel Elite for Asuka with that gimmick. That'll sell like gangbusters. Or Asuka Ultimate, with that makeup. That will sell like gangbusters too as well. So, that's something that'll be very interesting to see. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to see where that develops. We already got Nikki Cross back. And Nikki Cross, she's teasing Sanity. If you saw that .com exclusive. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm down for it for sure.
And then Eric Young is back with the company. but in a backstage role. So,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting to see Sanity back. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, and Eric Young, he can come back, on TV. He doesn't have to wrestle. You know what I mean? And he can still do backstage work too as well. You know what I mean?
Right. Next is so we had Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley hype up their number one contenders match for next week for the U.S. title, and they got into a big schmoz, and one thing led to another. Bobby Lashley ends up spearing Petey Williams by accident, of course. And next we have Mustafa Ali.
Oh, you have Team Canada back in WWE, man. You got Eric Young, you got Pete Williams, Bobby Roode. Just bring back Team Canada, man.
All that's missing is what the fuck's his name? Who's
Scott D'Amore?
Yeah, Scott D'Amore, and he's I don't know if he's the CEO or like owner or head booker or both of Impact Wrestling, but hey,
Well,
guys.
I mean, he's head booker, but he's also the executive vice president.
Hey, good on Scott D'Amore, good dude.
Yeah.
And then we have Mustafa Ali asking Austin Theory for a title shot, and he gets it, and they have a match, and then Dolph Ziggler comes out to interrupt the match, and Dolph Ziggler gets beat up by Theory, and that's the match. Next is the OC versus the Alpha Academy and Baron Corbin. Going back to the JBL poker card tournament thingy. So there was a big fight that broke out between the OC and Baron Corbin and the Alpha Academy. And then JBL got pissed off and said, settle this in the ring. Which they did, and the OC won. And as you can imagine, it was a bleh match. And Eddie's saying, fuck Ali. I'm kind of with him on there. Another thing that happened during the poker thing was Akira Tozawa was accusing Dominic Mysterio of cheating, which he was, and then he challenged Dominic to a match. Dominic won, as you can imagine, and the Judgment Day ganged up on Tozawa, which led to the Street Profits coming out and saving Tozawa. So now we got that. Now we're in the main event. We have Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross to see who the winner. The winner would be facing Bayley, and the winner of that would face the women's champion Bianca Belair. And before that, they did another Bray Wyatt tease with Alexa Bliss, where she's stretching in front of a TV, and you see the Bray Wyatt symbol come up. Bliss won the match, so now Bliss is going to go on to face Bayley to see who was going to face Bianca Belair for the women's championship. Did they mention if it's going to be at Rumble or if it's just going to be like a random episode of Raw?
We're talking about the number one contenders match?
Yeah.
I think it's next week.
Well, no, I meant like whoever wins that match, and whoever
I'm assuming it's gonna be Rumble.
I mean, I would think so.
Especially if it's Alexa Bliss, because I definitely see Alexa Bliss turning heel. So that way it'll give some time to build up her character. Lily's back, right? Maybe we'll get the Alexa Bliss from about 2 years ago, which I didn't like. But if this is gonna help her get back to with Bray, then honestly, I didn't even really like the Alexa Bliss, Bray Wyatt pair anyway, but whatever. I mean, maybe Triple H can make it better, but I don't know.
I don't want to see it. Like, period. Now we're moving on to NXT Deadline, which is this Saturday.
For the record, this Raw was a skippable show. It was, to me, it was boring. It was phoned in. It was probably one of the worst Raws with the Triple H name tied to it. So hopefully next week they can make it a better show.
That's all we asked for. And yeah, I agree with you. It was a very skippable show. I don't really think the main event needed to happen. I mean, but then again, it's just like when you look back on it, what else could have been the main event? I really don't know. You could have had a segment at least, but whatever.
I mean, maybe Austin Theory and Mustafa Ali, maybe, but that's like really like.
Yeah, but it would have ended in
No.
DQ, just the way. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, a lot of Raws in it. I mean, you know, whatever. But yeah, it just needs to be better. That's all.
I mean, all in all, I'm on the team of make Raw 2 hours again, and that's
not going to happen for several years. So we're just kind of,
ugh, Jesus.
we're shot of luck with that.
I mean, Jesus Christ! I just hope it's 2 hours. I hope it's 2 hours soon.
I agree, but I just don't think we're going to get it.
Yeah. Anyways, this Saturday, NXT Deadline, December 10th in the Performance Center in Orlando. There are 5 matches so far. Let's start with the bottom. So, Alba Fire versus Isla Dawn, singles match.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match. I really like Isla Dawn. Ever since the I think it was the first Mae Young Classic she was in, the first, or it was either first or second for sure because it was only 2. But I remember seeing her in the Mae Young Classic and liked her look. Really really appreciated on what she did in NXT UK. She's gotten a lot better, right? Alba Fire, right? She's excellent at what she does as well. So obviously, I think Isla Dawn's gonna win, brand new to the division. Alba Fire, she doesn't need to win this match; it's not necessary. You know what I mean? And start building up Isla Dawn. We also got Ify Valkyrie coming in too as well next week too. So the division, like the women's division on NXT, is slow. Like to me, the women's division in NXT. I know we were talking about women's wrestling, but I think they have the best division that I think is the best division in NXT currently right now. Tag team division is not really there. You do got basically the North American title and the NXT championship is all one big melting pot. Everyone's kind of interchanging there. But I really think the women's division is starting to come together in NXT. So, obviously you got Toxic Attraction and you got your Cora Jades and Roxanne's and Nikita Lyons and Zoe Starks. Like, you got a really, really nice melting pot for that women's division. And with Isla Dawn and Ify Valkyrie coming in, you know what I mean? I think it's going to make it even better.
Isla Dawn, because she's the new girl, so I would think you would give her the win. So go with Isla Dawn. Next, you have NXT Tag Team Championships: Pretty Deadly versus the New Day.
Pretty Deadly's gonna win. This is just for the New Day to put over a younger tag team group. I don't really see the reason for New Day to win. If New Day wins, that means that they are doing double duty on NXT and SmackDown. It doesn't. For me, it doesn't really do anything if. It doesn't really do anything for New Day if they win NXT tag titles, but it will do something for Pretty Deadly if they beat the New Day. Previously the longest champions, tag team champions in the history of the WWE. And if they beat them clean in a good match, let's say it's a very, very good match and, New Day makes them look good, this will actually rise the stock of Pretty Deadly. I've been fans of Pretty Deadly. Some people don't get the gimmick. Like, I do, obviously. I think it's a pretty but it's a comedy gimmick, but obviously they can go in the ring, which is what's good about them. So Pretty Deadly for the win.
Yes, boy. I'm pretty sure Pretty Deadly's gonna win. New Day are here to not necessarily do the job, but just like help Pretty Deadly, solidify themselves as, a name. And also helps that you got a team like the New Day, the second longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history. So this helps them.
Right.
It will be interesting if the New Day won, because
it would be for sure.
Because you're seeing more and more of the main guys from the main roster head over to NXT and work that style, and also it's just like what else can the New Day do on SmackDown? So I don't. I'm interested to see what the New Day do on NXT if they are thinking of making them more of a mainstay on NXT. You know what I mean? Because we've seen the New Day versus the Usos 8 million times. We don't need to see that anymore. I mean, they have good matches, but let's see something different. So I'm interested in this match. This could be a pretty good match. So I'm gonna go with Pretty Deadly, but I'm intrigued to see what would happen if the New Day won. Next is two matches that are going to be a first time, I think, or not. I think, but yeah. So the Iron Survivor Challenge. The men's and the women's. The men's is going to be Carmelo Hayes versus JD McDonough versus Grayson Waller versus Joe Gacy versus Axiom.
I'm going to go with Carmelo Hayes.
So,
JD McDonough's already had that his two title shots against Braun Breaker. Grayson Waller's not there yet. He's my sleeper pick. We obviously we know the Joe Gacy situation earlier this year, which was terrible. And Axiom, he's just there for the high flying, and he's not really anybody that that's gonna win this match. Nobody takes seriously. So yeah, I'm going with Melo, and I'm gonna say this right now. Melo's gonna take the title of Braun Breaker. I think Melo is gonna be the one to take the title of Braun Breaker. I think with Braun Breaker, I think they're just having his title go as long as they can. They may give him the year until I think a good spot from Braun Breaker is to lose the title at wherever the next pay-per-view is after this one night, because
I think Vengeance Day.
Yeah, that's right. Vengeance Day. It's actually going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be the first NXT show away from the Performance Center since the pandemic. So the last NXT show that they had was in Portland, and that was Jesus Christ, I can't think of the Portland. What it wasn't NXT 30?
I think
that was the Portland.
I think it was just NXT Takeover Portland.
No,
but no, they had a takeover in Dallas this past year.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it was. Remember, it was like early in the day before Mania.
No, was it? I thought that was in the Performance Center. No,
it was in Dallas, dude. It was. Eddie's saying that it's Stand and Deliver at Mania this weekend. It was at the American Airlines Center.
Get the fuck out of town. Okay, well, I stand corrected then. We'll be the second one since the pandemic. So I stand corrected. But regardless, though, I think Carmelo's gonna win here. It's just the right thing to do. It's just the right thing to do. Put Braun, since that will happen in February, that will give Braun enough time to get to the main roster, have his first feud with somebody, maybe like maybe like a Baron Corbin or somebody like that, to go into his first WrestleMania and have a match at WrestleMania. So, I'm going with Melo.
Go with Melo too. Melo's ready. Put that title on him. Put him against Braun. That's gonna be a great match. And Braun, I think, is more than ready to go to the main roster. They need more stars, and he's the next big upcoming star. So put the title on Melo. Melo deserves it. He's been working his ass off. Helping carry the brand along with Braun. And Vengeance Day, seems like the perfect time to put it on him. And then you can have the rematch at, TakeOver Mania. Or in LA, I'm assuming. Yeah, they're going to do a TakeOver in LA. And just have that be, Braun's, swan song. Like, simple. Simple math. Next, you have the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. Zoe Stark, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, and Indy Hartwell.
Going with Roxanne here. She is, no pun intended, the prodigy here.
And also, what kind of helps too, as well, is that she's like really the only true babyface in this match. Andy has been tweening a little bit. So yeah, I mean, love Kiana James. She has great upside, but she's not going to win this match. Cora Jade, full on heel, so full on heel versus another full on heel doesn't work. Zoe Stark here, recently turned heel, and I think we'll probably see a little bit of a Nakia Lyons coming out to get her revenge on Zoe Stark during this match. So it's really Roxanne Perez that is the only one that's primed to win, and I think she will be the one to take the title off of Mandy. She didn't beat her the first time, but I think this time around she'll have a little bit more grit behind her and have the opportunity to take it out. Or who knows? Maybe they'll just keep Mandy the champion forever at this point. You know what I mean? I don't know. But you'll like to think it's Roxanne. I mean, she's definitely she can wrestle, right? She was a former Ring of Honor World Women's Champion, right? I mean, the only thing about Roxanne, and, I love that she can wrestle. I love that she can sell. She has emotion with her. The only thing that she needs to develop is her mic skills. If she can develop her mic skills, then she'll be I won't say a total package, but she'll be, 3 out of 4 total package. So, but I'm going with Roxanne.
Yeah, I'm going with Roxanne too. I like her. Like you mentioned, she's the only true babyface in this match, and they seem like they want to do something with her. So she wins this. Core ain't winning it. Indy I like, but I don't think Indy has is really that girl, which is kind of fucked up to say because she's a lot older than Roxanne and she's been here a little longer. And also Zoe is more than likely going to continue her feud with Nikita probably during this match. So Roxanne's going to win this, and I'm assuming Vengeance Day is going to be the match where we see Roxanne, get the belt. Maybe not, but it's like you said, you would like to think that Roxanne's going to be that girl. Because
don't see nobody else with this current roster for the women's division that can take the title off of Mandy. Maybe Nikita. She'd never had that chance to go up against Mandy. That's maybe, but obviously she's gonna be busy with Zoe for a little bit. So like I said, maybe Nikita, but I see Roxanne as a more believable person to take the title off of her.
So it's NXT. You need some young blood. This is about, the future of, tomorrow, today, or whatever you want to call it. And, as much as we like Mandy, it's time that, we, start inserting some young blood that's ready for that spot.
Take the title off of her.
The what?
Maybe Gigi's ass could take the title off of Mandy.
Hey, why not? Gigi's ass versus Nikita's ass. Who's going to win? Put him in a steel cage.
All the men in the world.
Yes, we all win.
Oh my god, man! The man, you know how they call it there's the Dead Sea, and you have the Baltic Sea and all that shit. There's gonna be a semen sea somewhere in the world.
So much semen.
When that match happens.
So much semen, like you say.
Yeah. There's literally going to be semen on the water. You know what I mean? Actual people who are on their boats, and there's actually going to be semen inside the sea. It's going to be amazing.
Demons, Kyle. Oh man,
just semen everywhere. You're going to be in space. Is the water? No, the water's white. Maybe satellite images of that shit. It'd be amazing.
A man can dream. Alright, main event time. I'm assuming this is the main event. Braun Breaker defending the NXT Championship against Apollo Crews.
A fantastic match. I really think it's going to be a really damn good match, but obviously Braun Breaker's going to win. I mean, yeah. What can you say? what can you say about this? But just Braun Breaker's gonna win. I'm kind of mad that Von Kali didn't get another shot at this.
Von Kali.
Von Kali. Yeah, like, where's my Von Kali at? I mean, he lost last night, but yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, this should be a fine match. Paulo's good, and Braun needs more guys that are really good that can help him develop. So this is going to be a really good match, but Braun's going to win. So that's NXT. That's NXT Deadline. Deadline. Man, we have a lot of time left. So let's get to the PWI Tag Team List of the Year. Full Top 100 list. The list came out a few days ago, and we already know who the winners are. It's the Usos. Wrestling Headlines has the full 100 list, so we are going to try and see if we can go through this full 100 list. Starting from 100, Bougie Reality.
Oh yeah, they're actually here in San Antonio, Mission Pro, and also here in RCW too as well. So I love me some Maddie Wiskowski, man. She is yeah. So yeah, local tag team here. So yeah,
represent. 99, the Philly Marino Experience.
Don't know them.
It's Marino Tenaglia and Philly Collins.
Don't know them.
It sounds like Eddie knows who that is. 98, Money, Power, Respect.
I've heard of them. I can't put my finger on who's in that tag team though, but I have heard of them before.
It's the Fabulous Fabricio and Marco Mania.
Oh, okay. Yep. Solid tag team for sure.
Eddie's saying PME it's a great local team in Cleveland. Okay. Or no, only talking about Money, Power, Respect. 97, the Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison.
Oh man, they need to be used more. Definitely need to be used more. But that's Tony Khan and AEW there. So there you go.
I need to see Brian Pillman out of that company. Like, get out of the company, come to WWE. Like, I can imagine they're going to treat him so much better here. And Griff Garrison sucks. 96, Los Lotharios.
I really like them. Yeah, I like their gimmick too as well, what they got. Are they a top 100 tag team in the world? Absolutely. So I'm okay with that.
I like them. I want to see them be used a lot more though, because I think Garza's really fucking good. I think Umberto's really good. I don't know. I like to see them be used a lot more. That's all. I mean, I think if they put the gas behind them, they can be really popular. The Bollywood Boys, number 95.
I'm so glad that they are gaining the opportunity to be a tag team again. I was very, very pissed off that they never got the opportunity to be a real tag team in WWE instead of just being like jobbers and jokes and never getting any offense in. Before they came over to WWE when they were on the Indies, and before they came to the Cruiserweight Classic, because they were both in the original Cruiserweight Classic, they were a hot act on the Indies. So the fact that they are kind of starting to revitalize their career, I'm very happy for them.
Number 94, the Outfielders.
Don't know who that is.
Shay McCoy and Weber Hatfield.
Yeah, don't know who that is.
Number 93, Main Event.
Main event.
Main is spelled Mane.
Oh God, kill me.
It's Jay Lyons and Midas Black.
Yeah.
Number 92, the SAT.
The SAT, I've heard of them. Is it like the Samoan SWAT team?
It's
something. I know it's not a Samoan SWAT team, but like, is it like a
Joel and Jose Maximino?
Oh no. Okay, never mind. Yeah, they're kind of old. They're old. They're old. I think they're old. Cause you said Joel Maximo.
Joel and Jose Maximo.
I think I've heard of them. Though that are like in the early 2000s. If it's the people who I'm thinking about.
I know SAT. I definitely heard that name. I don't know if these are the same guys. Yeah, Eddie's saying early 40s guys are around in Ring of Honor and TNA. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I heard these guys before. I know I have. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, yeah, well, whatever. I don't know about 100 Tag, 100 Champion Road. I haven't seen them, but I know who they are. So there you go.
Number 91, Milk Chocolate.
They've been getting their asses kicked on AEW Dark, and yeah, I think they were there during the pandemic, just getting their asses kicked. And I mean, it's like a white guy and a black guy. I don't know what they call it. I get why they're called Milk Chocolate. Hey, the white guy's milk and the black guy's chocolate. Go fuck yourself.
Did you get it? One of us is white and the other guy's black. Number 90, Kings of the District.
I think they're I think they are a mixed tag team, or one of them is from what I remember, I think one of them is a trans. If I'm remembering right, if that's the team I'm thinking about, they're okay. From what I saw, I didn't really see anything special with them. I don't know if they're top 100 in the world. You know what I mean? Like
Jordan Blue and Eel O'Neill. That's their names.
Yeah, I don't know.
89, The Butcher and the Blade.
In all respect, I think they should be a tad higher. Because I won't say I really like them, but I think they're pretty decent for from what I've been seeing with them. So, maybe top 80 in the world. 89 is a little bit too low. I know it's kind of like drawing straws there, but I think they should be a little bit higher.
88, Atrapasuenos.
Is that the one with Negro?
Yeah, Dolce Gadiana, Espirito Negro, and Rey Camita.
Yeah, they're CMLL team, pretty damn good. Maybe I gotta hear more of the names here on this list. I'm pretty sure we may get another one called we already got Milk Chocolate. I'm just waiting for Hot Chocolate next. They could be over those guys, but yeah, I think they're appropriate where they're at. But I like what I see from them.
Entertain the masses. I gotta use the restroom real quick.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna entertain you guys. I am going to be doing Snow Angels here on my bedroom floor. Let's listen. Okay, you can't see me or hear that. So, yeah. So Dynamite tonight. As we were here on the air. If you guys didn't see it, I'll say this: Dynamite was not a great show from what I saw tonight. It didn't really push my buttons that much, but what I did like, and I think a lot of talking point from that's gonna come out from the show, is the promo between Ricky Starks and MJF. Ricky Starks, if there's one thing to go back and watch the show, watch that promo. A good 7 minutes of just damn good heat, damn good, just saying everything just saying everything bad about MJF. Ricky did it. And MJF, just the shit heel that he is, man. Just Ricky was like, hey, I'm gonna snatch that mole off your neck, blah blah blah. Then just at the end of it all, just MJF just kicks him in the nuts. Of course he is, because he's a heel. You know what I mean? So, very, 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 very good promo between the two. So I will highly suggest you guys go back and watch that. It is on their Twitter. So definitely check that out. You also had Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin. Surprisingly, it was a good match. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was fantastic, but it was one of the better TNT matches that we've seen in the past few months. So that I will give to Samoa Joe and Darby Allin. Kind of a shocker. Samoa Joe wins, of course. Wardlow comes out with the save when Samoa Joe did a muscle buster to Darby Allin on a skateboard with the wheels up and the trucks up. I don't know if you guys ever been hit by a skateboard before, or you know, accidentally hit yourself with the trucks or the wheels. That shit hurts. That shit hurts. So I can imagine getting a muscle buster being done on there. Outside of that, AEW, yeah, you know, Claudio and Wheeler Yuta versus Jericho Appreciation Society. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the Jake Hager, you know, gimmick with the hat. I actually like it. It's kind of getting over on me a little bit. I like this hat with his lisp. Just, you know, Daniel Garcia and Jake Hager and Moxley out there. You know, he's not champion no more, so he just feels regular. Sammy Guevara being a cunt. You know what I mean? A cunt meat sandwich. You know. Oh gosh, man. You had a random six woman tag. I kind of talked about earlier. Why? Like, kill me. I want to be dead. You know. Main event. Obviously, I had it on mute here, but from what I saw it was a pretty decent main event between FTR and the Acclaim for the World Tag Team titles, AEW World Tag Team titles. Obviously, the Acclaim wins, and it looks like we are going to get a match that is going to happen at Final Battle. It looks like it's going to be the Guns. The Guns versus... Wait, it's going to be... Hold on, let me see here. So it's going to be a double dog collar match. So, I don't know. So, I think it's going to be... FTR versus... Again, the Briscoes in a dog collar match. Double dog collar match. So, that would be pretty cool to see. That's my cup of tea there. You know, but you know, how did the women look? The women didn't look great. And if you're talking about the match, I was, you know, that 6 women tag, it didn't look great at all. We were here on the Arrow race, so I only caught a glimpse of it. So, yeah, it's shite. It's shite, mate. So, but that was it for AEW. Just from glancing and looking, I mean, I watched the first hour, I really enjoyed the first hour, but the second hour here, it seemed like it didn't really do much, at least for me, from what I was seeing here, you know, here live on the broadcast here. So, I have to give it maybe like a 6 out of 10, if anything here. So, but yeah, so yeah, it's official. FTR versus the Briscoes 3 in a double dog collar match at Final Battle. That's
All right, I'm back.
That's definitely going to be a match to watch on Saturday too, as well, because along with the show that we're going to see on Saturday with NXT, we're also going to have Ring of Honor, and that's going to be worth watching. I wasn't really going to watch the show, but I may just watch that match just because of that stipulation.
Number 87.
Oh, they know you're back. Sorry.
Yes, I'm very sneaky. Number 87, Best Bros.
Best Bros?
Yep, it's Balinan Aki and May Saruga.
Oh, yeah. They're in Japan doing that Japanese stuff over there. I didn't really like what I saw with them. When I saw little clips of them, so yeah.
Number 86, The Fixers.
The Fixers.
Jay Bradley and Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Okay. NWA. Yeah, they look okay. Yeah, I think they're fine where they're at.
All right. Another main event team. Duke Davis and Cannon Jones Jr.
Wait, you say another main event team?
Let's see. Main event was number 93. That was Jay Lyons and Midas Black. This main event, I'm assuming it's a faction. Duke Davis and Cannon Jones Jr.
Oh, yeah, they've been on Dark. Actually, they went up against the Varsity Blondes. So, yeah, that was kind of a while ago, though. But yeah. I don't know them about being top 100, but,
84. Midnight Heat.
Midnight Heat. Sounds like such like an 80s name, man.
Midnight Heat.
Midnight Heat. Yeah, I can't say I know who they are, though. I like the name, though. I do like the name. I will say that, but I can't say who they are.
Eddie Pearl and Ricky Gibson.
Don't know.
That's
definitely 80s names, though. Ricky Gibson, Eddie Pearl. That's definitely 80s names there.
Would that be like Bobby? What's his name? The Midnight Rockers guy.
Midnight Rockers.
Yep. Or am I thinking?
That's Shawn Michaels and. You're talking about the Rock and Roll Express.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like Midnight Rockers. I'm like Shawn Michaels and Jannetty. No, I don't think that's his son. I think his son is like Kerry or something. I don't think it's Ricky Gibson.
Right. I like that name though. Midnight Heat.
Yeah, no, I think it's Kerry Morton actually. I think that's his name.
On the last episode of Midnight Heat. 83 Disaster Box.
Don't know who they are.
Hiroshima and Naomi Hiroshima.
Don't know who they are.
82 Private Party.
Ooh. Yeah, I think it is appropriate for them being there because they haven't been used. I mean, that's another type of thing that hasn't been used. Now, as far as their talent, maybe top 20, top 25, something like that. But as far as them being used on TV every week, yeah, that's probably where they're at. Probably where they need to be.
81 MSP.
MSP. Give me the names.
Aiden Agro and Danger Kid.
Don't know.
Number 80 Big Dekai.
Big Dick Eye.
Dekai. Dekai.
Big old Dick Eye. Yeah, they're in Stardom, I believe. That's all I know of them. But I believe they have some relation with Stardom that I do know. But yeah.
79 State of Emergency.
State of Mercy. Don't know. Give me the names.
Miles DeVille and Sebastian Wolf.
Yeah, I don't know.
78 The Best Friends.
The Best Friends, 78. I guess so, man. I would figure that they'll probably be like top 65. You know, because Chuck. He's like decrepit at this point. But Trent, he's damn good. Orange Cassidy's damn good. But Orange Cassidy's not really he doesn't like. Well, if it's a trio, yeah, but you never see like Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor team up, you know what I mean? But
right,
yeah, I guess whatever. I guess that's fine where they're at.
77 The Creed Brothers.
Wait, what?
Yep, they are 77.
Oh, that's dumb. They need to be higher. Yeah, they're so damn good.
They've been on TV for 3 years?
No. This was just their first year on TV.
Are you sure? I think weren't they on TV last year?
I mean, yeah, last year too, but it hasn't been 3. Like NXT 2.0 hasn't been 3 years yet.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, for some reason I'm getting confused with AEW for some reason. I don't know why, but Yeah, 2.0. Yeah, 2.0 started last year. It feels like it's been on longer than that for some reason.
I feel like it's been longer. Yeah, the Creeds need to be higher. Like,
Yeah, they.
just Julius alone makes that list higher. You know what I mean? Not saying they should be like, top 20. You know what I mean? But top 40? I think top 40 would be okay. But I got to hear the rest of this list here. So, because there is a lot of great tag teams out there. So,
76. The Iron Savages.
oh, that's Bear Country. Over the Creeds? No way.
Hell no.
No way.
Fuck that.
No, that's dumb.
75. French Adores.
The Frenchadors. I can't tell you who that is.
Agile Blanc and Senza Volto.
I can't tell you who that is.
74. Commonwealth Connection.
Isn't that Douglas Williams and
Harry.
Harry Smith? Yeah. I mean, they deserve to be on this list here. I think they should be lower. Definitely not over the Creed brothers.
73. The Renegade Twins.
When they've been doing some work, and these chicks, they've been doing some work on Dark and Dark Elevation. They're going to be on. I mean, they should be ready for TV soon, I think. Now, for this list, should they be above the Creeds? No. That's going to be my comparison. Like, the next tag team, every next tag team you say, like, should they be over the Creeds? That'll be a yes or no. They should not be over the Creeds. I like them, though. I do like them, but they should be over the Creeds.
72. Galaxy Punch.
I heard the name before. Can you give me some names?
Hikari Shimizu and Saki.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, they are they're in Japan, they're in Stardom. I don't know if they should be over the Creeds, but from what I've seen, pictures and little videos here and there, looks like they know what they're doing in the ring. I don't know if I won't put them over the Creeds though. That I do know.
71. Pretty Empowered.
Oh, okay. I believe they are the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. That's Kenzie Page, right?
Kenzie Page and Ella Envy.
Yep. Very familiar with them. Very good team. Not better than the Creeds. I'm just saying that.
Well, I like how we're ranking this list. Who's better than the Creeds?
I'm just saying, like, you got the Creeds at what was like 78, 77. Like, no, like that's stupid. Like, I'm sorry. Like let's be serious here for a second. You know what I mean?
70. The Dark Order.
Nah, I mean, not better than the Creeds. I think actually, you know what? You want to know something? What they were number 70. I think they're fine where they're at. I agree where they're at, but they're not better than the Creeds. The Creeds should just be higher on the list.
69. TDT. Mathieu St. Jacques and Thomas Dubois.
It sounds like that Canadian team. I've seen the name before. I see them on posters and advertisements, but I never actually see them do anything. Probably not better than the Creeds.
68. Natural Classics.
Don't know who they are.
Stevie and Tome Philippe.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, better than the Creeds, apparently. 67. Fly Deaf.
I don't know who they are. Apparently they're better than the Creeds. So fuck me gently with a chainsaw.
66. Strong DJ.
Strong DJ. Yeah, though this is another Japanese team here. From my understanding, if I'm thinking of the team correctly, they're okay. If it's a team that I'm thinking about, they're okay. Not better than the Creeds. That should be the name of the podcast. Not better than the Creeds, because
that's going to be the name of tonight's episode.
Not better than the Creeds.
60. Where were we? 65. Waves and Curls.
Waves and Curls. That's definitely a black team.
Jacqueline Brandon and Traven Jordan.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not better than the Creeds though. Yeah.
64, the Viking Raiders.
Okay, good spot there. Now, this is where I'm kind of like, okay, if you got them over the Creeds, yes. Not this past year. Not this past year. As a team overall, I will say the Viking Raiders are better than the Creeds. But this past year, if we're going off past, you cannot tell me that the Viking Raiders, what they did on TV with Vince McMahon and all that other crap, was better than what the Creeds done. You can't tell me that.
Mm-mm.
You can't tell me that. I'm sorry. Creed should be higher. Not better than the Creeds.
I love this list. 63, Gorillas of Destiny.
All right. This is the first one I'm saying better than the Creeds because Tangaloa and Ramatanga, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're one of the New Japan's best tag teams still out there. They're doing their thing and, they haven't really had much of a great year, but just overall, that team there is, not meant to be played with. So this is the first team, and we're at number what? 60? You said 64, 63?
63.
This is the first team here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I will say better than the Creeds. You know what I mean? But let's continue on this cocksuck of a list.
62, Kings of the North.
They're good. Not better than the Creeds, but they're good. They're good. I like them. I really do like them. They have potential. They definitely have potential for sure.
61, Violent by Design.
They've been doing well in Impact. I mean, they're in a very, very, very small. They're in a very. I won't say they're a bit big fish in a small pond, but they're like a medium-sized fish in a small pond. Where I think they could do better if they go somewhere else, but not better than the Creeds. They shouldn't be that. The Creeds should be higher. God damn it! What else do we need to do here?
There's really nothing else we can do, Justin, but complain.
Like, whose dick do I have to suck to get the Creeds higher?
God damn it!
Homo, sorry.
well, that is pretty homo. But you have to suck Dave Meltzer's dick.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Excelsior. 60, the Guns.
They've come a long way. They've gotten a lot better. They're number 60. I don't think they should be 60. They should be a little bit lower. I think they're, not better than the Creeds, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, yeah. They, I think it should be a little bit, hey, how about put them at 78 or 79, wherever the Creeds were at, and put the Creeds more up here? Yeah, I mean, this is where we're kind of getting around the list where I'm like, okay, I can see why. I can see, where you're coming from with that. But yeah, just fuck this list.
Number 59, Fresha de Egotistas.
I don't know who that is.
Asuka and Makoto.
Asuka?
It says Asuka, but I don't know if that's Asuka or somebody else.
It's not Asuka. It's definitely not.
If anyone can show
know who they are.
Anyone show me who this imposter is, that'd be awesome. 58, Brady Ltd.
I don't know who that is.
Dean Brady and Delta. 57, The Workhorsemen.
Oh, you got Anthony Henry and JD Drake above the Creeds when these guys are not even on TV every week. They're just on freaking Dark and Dark Elevation stuff that no one watches. Go to hell. Fuck this list. Fucking piece of fucking sorry.
But Justin, they're workhorsemen. They work hard.
Yeah, they work hard sucking Tony Khan's dick.
Number 56, Stinger.
Oh, they are, I believe they are in, Oh man, why am I forgetting the other? Noah. Yeah, I think they're in Noah. For what I seen that they are pretty good. For the most part. I think they're pretty good for the most part. I don't know about 56. I haven't seen enough of them. I wouldn't put them over the Crees though.
55. 5150.
5150. Heard the name. I can't say I've seen a match from anybody. I don't even know. I wouldn't be able to tell you like who's in the who's on the tag team itself. So
Rivera and Slice Boogie.
yeah, I don't know.
54. Los Macizos.
I think I heard the name before. Give me the names.
Cyclope and Miedo Extremo.
Oh, Sequel Play. Yeah. Yeah, they were. I think they made stints in GCW, but very good tag team. Very good tag team. They're like more into that hardcore shit, but very good tag team. Not better than the Crees, but you know they deserve to be on the list. I think they deserve to be top 60, which is right around they're at. So yeah, I'm okay with that.
53. 2.0.
2.0. Ooh, kind of low for them, I think. Maybe I'd probably put them in the top 40, maybe. You know what I mean? They had a really good year. They had their best year, on TV ever. I think they should deserve to be a little bit higher. Not better than the Crees, but hey.
52. Kung Fu Masters.
That's just racist. I don't even know who that is.
Jason Lee, Jackie Funky, and Kamei.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to begin with that. Yeah. You said Jackie Funky?
Yep, Jackie Funky.
That's really racist, man. I don't like that there.
51. The Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay, getting nostalgia out of my brain. I'm talking about 2022 Motor City Machine Guns. They deserve where they are on this list. Obviously, I won't take the Motor City Machine Guns over the Crees as a lifetime tag team. I think, and you know what? I think I'll probably I'll take them over now too as well. I think the Motor Machine Guns is a better tag team than the Creeds. So I will, hopefully we're starting to get names and where I'm like, okay, yeah, they're definitely better than the Creeds type of thing. So. Yeah, so I'm fine. I'm fine where they're at on this list.
Now we're at number 50. Battles del Mal D Japan.
Is that with Suzuki?
That is with Kotaro Suzuki, Nasawa, Wangai, and Aita.
Yeah, I believe they're in Noah as well. Very, very, very good tag team. Very, very, very good tag team. Obviously, we're not going to see much of them because, they're Japanese wrestlers and probably not going to come to the States that often, but very, very good tag team. Very good. From what I've seen a couple, I think I've seen maybe a match or two from them over this past year. I liked what I saw, so, yeah, I think they're fine with that on this list.
Number 49, Rot und Flat.
I won't even be able to begin to tell you, who the hell that is. You said, well, say it again?
It sounds like a German tag team. Rot und Flat.
Yeah. Sounds like something that you catch on the bottom of your feet.
Michael Scheckenberg and Nikita Charisma.
Yeah, you got charisma in your name. That means you suck. I'm just saying, like, you have to put charisma in your name. Like, good God, man. Like, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Number 48, The House of Torture.
The House of Torture.
Evil.
Oh,
Show
that's
and
okay. Yeah, that's evil. Okay. That's Evil. That's Evil's group. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. You got Evo Show. You know what I mean? And you got the Tokyo Pimp, Yujiro Takahashi. Yeah, I think they're fine where they're at. They're not one New Japan's best tag teams. Or best groups, but yeah, I think they're fine where they're at.
Number 47, the Brawling Brutes.
They should be higher.
Definitely.
They should definitely be higher. What the fuck?
Now let's see who's better than the Brawling Brutes.
What is that? They should be like top 20, I think.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I gotta hear the rest of these because they have women in here too as well. But I gotta hear the rest of these fucking tag teams here. What the fuck?
46, Twin Towers.
Oh, wait a second. Akeem and Big Boss Man?
Kohisato Shiji Ishikawa.
That's Akeem and Big Boss Man. That was the name of their team.
Well, these are.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know the fuck. Skip. Fuck them. How about that?
45, the 0121.
0121?
Yep.
I don't know.
Man Like Duress and Dan Maloney.
Dan Maloney. And who was the other name?
Man Like Derice. It's spelled Deriss.
Maybe like Derice. I don't know, but fuck them. Why is your name not even a name? Why is your name a sentence?
Exactly.
Why is your name a sentence? I'm really perplexed right now. His name is a goddamn sentence. like what the fuck, man? Like these guys are just like, you know, just these indie names. Like, oh yeah, let's come up with a good name, man. He's like, man, I'm gonna make my name a fucking sentence.
Justin, just call yourself I Suck Dick.
Yeah, like, yeah. They're coming out to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 258 pounds. I suck dick! Yeah! Fuck you, I suck dick! Fuck you!
You gotta say it like, what's his name? Like, Justin. What the fuck's his name? The AEW announcer?
Justin Roberts?
Yeah. Come into the ring. I suck dick.
These fuckers are never gonna get over ever.
Jesus Christ.
And what number was that?
45.
You can go to hell. Go straight to the Hades.
Number 44, the Velocities.
Don't know who that is. Can't tell you who that is.
Jude London and Paris D. Silva.
Yeah.
43, Pretty Deadly.
Okay, this may kind of be. Like, Pretty Dead should be like top 25. I'm just saying. Like they should be top 25. Like you know, I mean. Yeah, I gotta hear the rest of this list, but they should be top 25. Like, I don't think they get enough credit for how good they actually are. But whatever.
42, Z-Brats.
Like Gen Z.
Diamante and Shun Alexander. Or no, Shun Skywalker.
Oh, they're in Dragon Gate. Yeah. Good tag team. Very good tag team, actually. I don't know if they should be this high. Maybe a little bit down, maybe like 55 or something like that. But they're a good tag team, though. I like them.
41, Donna Del Mondo.
Donna Del Mondo. I believe, if I'm thinking about it, that's the Stardom team.
Himeka and Maikai.
Yeah, that's the Stardom team. I don't know if they should be this high. They should be on the list. I don't know about this high, though. So, there you go.
40, Strong Hearts.
Oh, yeah. Very good tag team. They actually, I think they had one of the first matches in AEW against the Young Bucks or something like that. They were, I don't know if you remember SEMA, first coming into AEW, had a few matches in AEW, but very, very, very good tag team. Very, very good tag team. I think they should be. I mean, from what I saw from them, they had the potential of being this high, so I'm not really too angry about that.
39, Bussy.
Yep, just skip that one. Is that Effie in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just skip it. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. He sucks. He sucks. He sucks. He sucks. He sucks. Sorry.
He does suck. 38, Los Malditos.
Is that the CMLL team?
El Sagrado Gemelo Diablo, the
Yeah.
first and the second.
Yeah. I like them. I don't know about 38, but I like them. You know what I mean? And guess what, Drew? Not better than the Creeds.
Jesus Christ.
Just saying.
37, Las Chicas and Damables.
Another Mexican team here. I've seen pictures and photos of them, and maybe like a clip here and there, but nothing for me to go off of.
36, Meltier.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. That's with Tom Nakano, right?
That's with, Tom
Yeah,
Nakano and Atsupoya.
Yeah, that's number one. Best tag team in the world. Best. Tom Nakano alone is number one. Number one. I don't give a shit. The rest of this list, I really don't give a shit about now. Tom Nakano's there. She's number one. Tom Nakano's number one. Like, let me tell you
35.
something.
Jesus Christ. 35, Arrows of Hungary.
Arrows of Hungary. Arrows of Hungry. Arrows of Hungry. Arrows of Hungry. Arrows of Hungry.
Dover,
Give me a name. Give me a name.
Dover and Icarus.
Oh, like Kid Icarus. Oh, I actually seen a clip or two of them. Don't really know much of them. I know that they've wrestled. I'll put it to you this way. I know that they've been around for a while, and they actually wrestled Aleister Black when he was Tommy End. So they've been around for a while. They're just over there in Europe. So we haven't really seen much of them, but from what I have seen from them, they have if they were to come to the United States, they'll probably be like one of the best tag teams in the world. People will review them as one of the best tag teams in the world, but since a lot of people don't see them, that's probably why they're on this list. So I'm okay with that.
34, Los Infernales.
God, man, I think that's a whole bunch of old fuckers from CMLL, if I'm not mistaken.
33. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say that's what I think it is, but yeah.
It's Hechicero, Mephisto, Euphoria.
Besto, that fucking piece of shit. Yeah. That's what I was thinking about.
33, The New Day.
Kind of low for them, but yeah, they haven't had really like much of a big year. I gotta hear the rest of this list, but damn, that's low for them.
32, Alpha Academy.
Perfect position. 32, I think that's a perfect position for Alpha Academy. I haven't said much about that on this list, that someone's in a perfect position, but I think that's a perfect position for Alpha Academy. They're obviously they're not too high. Now them over the New Day, that's kind of weird, but thinking about it,
They've been featured a lot more prominently than them.
yeah, and they did have a better year than the New Day this year too, as they were tag team champions. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
31 is Calamari Drunken Kings.
Calamari Drunken Kings. Yeah, they're that's a pretty good tag team there. Isn't that with is that Chris Brooks and Takahashi?
Yep.
Yep. Pretty good tag team. Like their look. Hopefully we get to see them come over to the United States. I definitely see them. If anything, it's definitely an AEW type of thing if we ever see them come over, like for a couple matches or two. But very good tag team, man. And I think they actually deserve a spot this high. So I am not mad about that at all.
Number 30, Nueva Generación Dinamita.
That's probably one of the longest tag team names I have ever heard, but another CMLL, like they're just all about their trios and tag teams there. So I haven't seen enough of them, but I know that's the CMLL team. So
29, 6 or 9.
You said 619, Rey Mysterio?
No, 6 or 9.
Yeah, it's NJPW. So you got Taguchi in here, Watto. Man, I don't know. Yeah. I think they're fine where they're at. I think they're fine where they're at. I believe they are the junior tag team champions right now too, as well in New Japan. So, I think they're fine where they're at. Yeah, Taguchi's old as shit though, so there you go with that.
28, Imperium.
Imperium 28 should be higher, a little bit higher. Definitely top 20 in my opinion, but yeah, I think it should be higher.
27, D-Courage.
The Courage.
Dragon Dia, Yuki, Yoshioka.
I don't think I ever heard that. I don't even think I've ever heard of them before.
26, Hermanos Lee.
That's Dragon Lee's tag team. Whew. It's a little high. 26, maybe about 35, 40. Good tag team. Very good tag team. Very good tag team. It's a little bit too high.
Number 25, Damage Control.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine where they're at. I think a little bit too high, but I think they're okay.
24, Sunshine Machine. Jesus Christ.
Isn't that team from? Are they from GCW or some crap like that? I don't know. I've heard of the team before, but I just can't think like their main star. Maybe they're just like floaters on the indies or whatnot.
Chuck Mambo and TK Cooper.
Yeah, I know who they are. Yeah, I just don't know where they're residing at. As far as a team, I don't know. I don't think they should be this high. They have potential, but like I just think they're a little bit too high.
23, Jesus Christ. 23, Magical Sugar Rabbits.
Yeah, that's Yuka Sasaki's team there. Yeah, I like Yuka. Really like Yuka. They've been doing some good stuff in Japan. A little bit too high. I think it's high. Not better than the Creeds. Yeah, so there you go.
Where was I at? Number 22, Catch 22.
Oh, I was saying if Taguchi was these guys are the tag team champions, and New Japan, the junior heavyweight tag team champions, TJ Perkins and Akira. Very, 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 very good tag team. They deserve to be this high on this list.
21, The Kingdom.
The Kingdom, so Taven and Mike Bennett, they had a resurgence this year. I think 21 was a little bit too high, though, on this list.
And now we're in the top 20. Number 20, The Acclaimed.
Should be higher.
Definitely.
Should be higher. I think top 15, top 10, maybe top 10. But,
I would say top 15 is fair.
Yeah.
Number 19, Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Oh man, they weren't even here for most of when they left. They left in May, right? So it's been like 7 months. And I think they may have stopped doing it.
Mish.
Oh man. I don't agree with that. Like if they were here for the entire year, yeah, for sure, but probably top 50.
Number 18, Swerve in Our Glory. Yo.
Well, I think, I guess. I guess. I mean, I really like them too, but they definitely should be top 20. But yeah, that's fine.
Number 17, La Rebellion.
The NWA tag team champions. Yep. Very good. I don't think they get the respect that they deserve. They are an excellent tag team. Hopefully, either WWE or AEW picks these guys up sooner rather than later. So,
Number 15, Black Desire.
is that Starlight Kid?
Yep.
Starlight Kid and Watanabe.
Correct.
They're excellent. They're really good. I think they're a little too high, maybe top 25. But they're up there. I think they deserve to be this far up for sure.
All right, number 15, Los Nuevos Ingobernables.
Oh, Los Nuevos in Ingobernables. Hopefully they'll make a De Japón version of this. They're really good, really good, despite them looking like the Young Bucks in a way. So you may not like them, but yeah, they're very good. They're very good. They're very good. Top 15. That's borderline. Maybe top 20, top 25, but it's borderline with them.
Number 14, Toxic Attraction.
They've been doing their damn thing this past year. Yeah, I think they deserve to be this high, for sure.
I would say put them in top 10, in my opinion. Number 13.
I gotta hear the rest of this list.
Number 13, the Street Profits.
Yeah, definitely so. 100%.
Number 12, United Empire.
Which version?
Jeff Cobb and the Great Okan.
Okay. Okay. Cobb and Great Okan. Yep. Very good team.
Number 11, Aussie Open.
Aussie Open, they're fantastic. Fantastic team, man. Fantastic.
And now we're in the top 10. Number 10, Violence is Forever.
At first, I was thinking about Violence by Design, but yeah, the MLW team, very damn good. Like, they're excellent, man. Top 10 in the world, it's kind of borderline. Well, top 10 men, yeah, probably so, but yeah, I think they're probably a top 10 men's tag team in the world, maybe, or maybe top 15. So yeah, that's about right.
Number 9, the Hex.
Mari Bell and Allison Kay and Allison Kay's booty. Well, that's a great threesome there. They're excellent. They are fantastic. I'm surprised that WWE hasn't called back because Mari Bell, she was in I believe the first Mae Young Classic, and so was Allison Kay, and obviously they became good friends for that tournament. I'm surprised that Triple H hasn't gave these girls a call back yet. Maybe they have. But I know they're connected with NWA too as well, and it's probably going to be a while before their contracts are up. So, well, no, we'll have to see for 2023.
Number 8, the Young Bucks.
Gotta see who else is on the list. I may want to put them a little higher though, but I gotta see who else is on the list though.
Number 7, the Good Brothers.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even have them that high, the Good Brothers. They're a great team. I just went for this past year. I think the Young Bucks had a better year than the Good Brothers.
I mean, the Good Brothers, they were the Impact Wrestling Tag Champions for a while, which, whatever that means.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Well, just like how you said, whatever that means. I would have the Young Bucks over the Good Brothers.
Number 6, RK Bro.
Okay. Definitely, I think okay, so
they should be in the top 5.
I'm assuming we're gonna hear the Lucha Bros, the Briscoes, FTR, and the Usos. So whoever number 5 is, I can't really think off the top of my head of who that can be, but at this point, yes, they should be top 5. It just depends who number 5 is, and I can't really think of who it will be. Well, you know what? I mean, there is that one tag team from Stardom that's just been like setting the world on fire. The women's tag team, and they've just been like fucking having awesome matches. But I can't think of anybody else that could be that high.
Number 5. Fukuoka Double Crazy.
Yeah. Fukuoka Double Crazy.
I mean, I know we haven't seen, and it's kind of going back to the El Vicino. We haven't, people say, hey, I don't really see much of him, but, people start checking him out. I was like, okay, maybe he is a top five wrestler in the world, top 10 wrestler in the world. Okay. I like how they have one of the women's tag teams in the top 5. I really do like that. I don't know if I want to put them over RK Bro, though. That's my only thing. Maybe they're definitely top 10. I don't argue top 10 whatsoever because they're fucking excellent. They're really, really damn good at what they do. Top 5 is kind of a little bit. So I'll have the Young Bucks over them. I'll have RK Bro over them. But yeah, there's that.
Number 4, Death Triangle.
Great, fantastic. Ray Phoenix is a crazy innovator. Penta is a crazy madman. I don't know if I'll have them over the Young Bucks. Maybe top 5 still, but I don't know if I'll have them over the Young Bucks.
It's just saying this list shouldn't cause so much pain, but it does. Number 3, the Briscoes.
One of the best ever, and they prove it time and time again. And they have one hell of a year, and they're actually going to have to end the year off. They're going to have the FTR versus the Briscoes 3 dog collar match this Saturday, and I may end up checking. I won't check out the entire pay-per-view, but I may check out that match just to see what the hell happens, because that should be a tremendous match. So yeah, number 3 is fine.
Number 2, FTR.
FTR.
And then
what? To me, it's hard. This number 2 and number 1. I'm happy that a WWE team got it. But man, FTR. I'll put it to you this way: if Tony Khan, because Tony Khan just stopped randomly booking them, if he would have just kept booking FTR every single week, they would have been number 1. But the fact that it's Tony Khan kind of stifled their natural push, and that the fans were really white hot for them, slowing that down, number 2 is fine. But theoretically, they should be number 1, because I excuse me, I personally think that FTR is a overall, and this is, if you tell me that the Usos is better than FTR, like okay, that's cool too. Like, you can pick either or. I personally like FTR better. I always loved the Revival ever since they were known as the fucking Mechanics in NXT, right? In 2013. You know what I mean? 2014. I would personally put them at number 1, but the Usos being at number 1, I'm not going to argue about that either. So there you go. They're both number 1 and number 2 by a far margin compared to number 3, 4, 5, and so on.
Do you think if they had made FTR the AEW tag champs along with the other tag titles they have, they would have been number 1?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
So
absolutely.
And then, of course, number 1, the Usos, which it's well deserved. I mean, I think number 1 and number 2 is number 1 and number 2 can be interchangeable, because I don't think it's really you're not really wrong on who you choose as number 1 and number 2, because the Usos have been the tag champ for over a year, and granted, they've been in one of the most dominant factions in the past decade, pretty much. And decade, that's fair to say, past decade.
Yeah.
And FTR have reinvented themselves ever since they left WWE, and they've made a big name for themselves. So, and I like FTR. I'm a fan. Every now and then I like to be a fan of kind of like that old school chain wrestling, mat wrestling. So I like them. It's one of those things of just like, I wish they would be used more prominently in their own company rather than in other companies. So, top 1 and top 2, that's fair. But, like you said, if FTR was number 1, it would have been just as good. So, but yeah, the top 5, just the Stardom team, I don't know if I would have put them there. I don't know. I definitely don't think I would have put the fucking Good Brothers at number 7. I would have had fucking I would have had the fucking Acclaimed in the top 15, maybe number 13, if I'm being fair. Toxic Attraction, I would have easily put in the top 10, because they've been in my opinion, the most dominant faction on NXT in the past year. So, but overall, this list is what it was, and we can't get too mad about it, but we kind of do. But that's the PWI Top 100 list for the tag teams, people. We covered it.
Covered it.
Yeah, from 100 to 1 in one night, one sitting, and but I think that's pretty much it. We got a deadline coming up this Saturday, and we already covered Raw. So, you watch the Maurice is asking, want to cover the NXT tryouts. So what's going on with the NXT tryouts?
I mean, you do have several NXT stars, but people who are that was at the Performance Center. So you had the rumored Vinny.
Hold on, I got it right here.
You got it.
Okay, so Kylie Rae and Top Indie Star get WWE tryout. Kylie Rae and Casey Navarro are at the Performance Center. So Casey Navarro, a name I've definitely heard. I need to see who that is. And then Kylie Rae, of course, Smiley Kylie. She was in AEW when it began, and then she left, and then went to Impact, and now she's here. Well,
yeah, the quitter.
The quitter. Good. More possible stars. Are you familiar with Casey Navarro?
Yeah, a little bit familiar with Casey Navarro. Has a good look. You know what I mean? Like, I think they definitely have potential to come into WWE. Obviously, if they both come into WWE, that's definitely NXT all the way. So NXT definitely does need some more fresh blood, some more people who are established on the NDC already, so that way they can be utilized on, definitely be utilized on the on that brand itself. So with Casey Navarro, he definitely needs to put on some weight, some muscle mass or whatnot. He's very skinny, but he does, like I say, he does have a look. He was on AEW Dark. I believe he had a match with against Top Flight. This is like during the pandemic. I remember watching that match. And he's also been, he's been wrestling people in the indies. So he's been wrestling guys like Leo Rush and, just getting his name out there. So, he definitely has a nice style here. I think that if he puts on muscle, he'll be good. But the only detraction with me is that he needs to put on muscle. And also, as well, he's very, very tiny, very short. So I know that doesn't mean a lot in, today's WWE, but you still need to have that bigger than life presence, and he doesn't really have that at this time.
So again, more stars for the company. Let's see what they can do. So I was just looking over news. Anything else we can fill the time in? So Ronda Rousey took to her latest gaming stream, the baddest stream on the planet, to offer her thoughts on her Survivor Series match with Shotzi. She said a planned DDT spot she pitched didn't go as planned, and also noted that she felt like she let Shotzi down in the match. She explained, "Let me explain what happened. I actually pitched the spot because I love that she does that. We couldn't practice in my ring because the ropes are too loose. We couldn't practice it when we got to the arena because there are big cages. And I've taken DDTs before, but I've never helped anybody over to the floor. So they were like, okay, you have to have your hand here on her leg and the other hand on her hip, and you're going to guide her over. Everyone was so focused on guide her to the floor, that it was literally all that was on my mind when it had happened. When she was over, it was like, guide her. When she was down, I was like, oh, fuck. Just go to where you're supposed to go. I fucked it up because I was so concerned with keeping somebody safe and a lot of time. When you see me do something for the first time, it's the first time I ever did it. I was really concerned with keeping Shotzi safe, and it made it look bad. You know what? Sorry. Apparently I deserve to be fired or burned. It reminds me of Monty Python. Burn her. There weren't calls to fire anybody when Madcap Moss and Big E were spiked on their heads. Burn her anyway. I'm so sorry that I was so concerned with keeping somebody safe that it made the bump look bad. And on letting Shotzi down. Oh boy, that's a lot. What really bummed me out was my favorite thing in the match was turning around a hostile crowd. We're in Boston. Of course, they're hostile because they're angry at the fact that they live right there. Or that they live there, I mean. Right when we got them turned around with the holy shit and the crossbody into the fans, fuck yeah, we're turning it around, we got all the awesome shit coming up. Then Shotzi whirls me into the ring and they're all like, get out of there, plan B, get out of there, we're out of time, we gotta go. What? She was going up and I had to run up and throw her down and throw her into the armbar and get her out of there because that's what they were telling me on the mics. Because I guess the match before us went over by 6 minutes. And they were concerned about going over time. The match after us was a 3-way, so they wouldn't be able to communicate with each other other to make the match shorter. And the match after that was War Games, and they couldn't cut that out. It was the only place they could get the time back. I was bummed, though, because we worked on that match for 2 weeks, and we were really excited about it. I felt like I really failed Shotzi. And that's her statement.
Oh, well, I mean, it's good to see that she's taking... I want to say, she is taking sounds like she's taking responsibility, but it sounds like to me that, she generally felt bad. She could have just went like full heel and just be like, I don't give a shit. So good for her. Good for her. Saying that the match went over by, the previous match went over by 6 minutes, so that would have been the AJ Styles versus Finn Balor match.
No.
So.
No, that was the Women's War Games.
No, it opened. Didn't it open with?
Wait, was it?
So it opened with the women's War Games, and didn't after that wasn't AJ Styles versus?
Oh, okay. No, you know what? Eddie's right.
Yeah,
AJ and you and Eddie are right. AJ and Finn was second.
Yeah. So if that went over by 6 minutes, which was about a 20-minute match, so yeah, I get it. I get what she's coming from. Feeling like they have to rush real quick now. And I understand what you're saying about the DDT spot, didn't get to practice it. I get it. To me, this is, I hear it, but that shouldn't really be an excuse. Because again, I get that you didn't want to hurt yourself, but you should just went like full in on it. And also as well, you had a chance to practice it the night before. You could have practiced it at SmackDown, before they were, before the fans were let into the building. I'm pretty sure you have to be there at least several hours before bell time. What happened at SmackDown? Y'all didn't have a chance to practice it then, so I don't know. So I hear what she's saying, and I'm glad that she's taking a little bit of responsibility with it. And obviously, Shotzi had some responsibility as well with that. But I think they could have had a chance to practice that spot. Previously, it didn't just have to be at her ring or excuse me, or before War Games. So yeah, whatever.
Another bit of news: Umaga's son Zilla Fatu is now training to become a professional wrestler at Booker T's Reality of Wrestling School. Fatu's father wrestled from '95 up until his passing in 2009. And on the Twitter handle, on the Twitter for Reality of Wrestling, it said, "Welcome the newest member of Reality of Wrestling Training School, Zilla Fatu. His father, Umaga, was a part of Reality of Wrestling, and now he begins his own journey." And he looks like daddy, so good for him.
Yeah, definitely good for him. And yeah, man, that family tree, man, boy, I say, man. Crazy how many stars is coming up underneath that family tree.
And I guess we can kind of close with this. The role of Harley Race has been cast in A24's biopic The Iron Claw. Actor Kevin Anton will be portraying Harley Race. I have no idea who that is. Who the fuck is that?
Okay.
Well, I'm looking at a picture of him right now. I guess he kind of looks like Harley Race. Yeah, so good for them. And yeah, there we go. That's pretty much all the I guess the interesting new tidbits. Surprised Rockstar hasn't joined up yet. So do you think that could be a thing that Ava Raine might possibly end up joining the Bloodline?
Not the Bloodline. No, she's doing her own thing in with Schism. I don't think that is necessary.
So are you almost positive that this kid, Umaga's kid, is more than likely going to join pretty soon, whenever he does get up there?
If he should start wrestling, it's gonna be years before he gets to WWE. So, yeah.
Well, when did Solo start? Did Solo start like last year or the year before?
No, I think he was in the Indies for a little bit.
Really? Because like I remember when he joined the Performance Center, like, it seemed like he was like already like just there. Hold on, let me look at him. Let me look him up.
Yeah, he was in the Indies for a little bit.
Okay, Solo.
Like I think he was in the Indies for like a couple of years. I want to say. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but
says here he was trained by Rikishi.
Right.
And debuted on April 29th of 2018. But it's not saying where.
I mean, so 2018, he came in his first match in WWE was last year, so.
Mish is saying AWF FSW Nevada.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, like, he didn't just jump right in, You can't be that, I won't say he's that polished, he's still raw, but, like, you can't be that good that early. I mean, maybe you can, but, yeah, no. I mean, obviously, you look at Logan Paul, but, yeah, no, he definitely spent some time on the Indies, for sure.
And apparently, Ricky Starks is a fan of his. Like, Ricky Starks, I guess, shouted him on Twitter. All right.
Solo?
Yeah, Ricky Starks, he shouted him out on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. I think I did see that recently, yeah.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have. Is posting. Apparently, it's not Mish. So, championships and accomplishments. He was the AWF Arizona Wrestling Federation champion. He was the Future Stars of Nevada state champion. Yeah. So yeah, he was their world champion at one point. But anyways, that's all we have for tonight. Justin, pleasure as always.
Absolutely.
And everybody else who showed up, who listened to the show, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for the downloads, the clicks, the subscribes, the shares, the everything. And as I always say, just head on over to iTunes, leave a nice little review, whether it's a rating or you want to say something nice about the show, you want to say something nice about me or Justin or RJ or Ruben or Mr. Littman. You're more than welcome to. Or leave a review on Spotify. I don't think I say that enough. So leave a review. It's much appreciated. And head on over to YouTube. I have a YouTube channel where you can listen to this show live or not live. And just subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have 81 subscribers. So hey, pump up those numbers. And yeah, you know where to find me. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm on Hive. Hive has been kind of down lately. Has Hive been down for you?
Yeah, I think it's like it was like a beta for the. Do you have Android? Or do you have an iPhone?
Android.
Yeah, I think so. The Hive app that we downloaded is the beta. Like the iOS ones, apparently that's like the real version. So they're working on getting the real version out for the Android. That was last time I checked, but yeah, it's been down / working very slow. So
yeah, Eddie, it's an app that everyone's using. Like since everyone's leaving Twitter, they're going to Hive or Mastodon or sites like that. Which I have a Mastodon account, so
Yeah,
You got-
Hive is basically Instagram mixed with Twitter.
with less drama and less weird people. And then everywhere else, the podcasts you can hear everywhere else that you can hear podcasts like Google or iTunes or Spreaker, YouTube, and pretty much anywhere else. And also Patreon. Patreon is just $5 a month, and you can hear this show for free. You can also hear other shows I do with RJ and Jeff Littman and Ruben, which I promise we'll be getting those shows out pretty soon. We just need to set up a date for those shows. So, and what else? Yeah, that's really about it. Justin, where can they find you?
Yeah, you guys know me. You guys can find me on Instagram and Hive whenever that decides to get back up. Spinebuster Tees. We had a lot of, well, not a lot, but we had a couple great sales over the past week and the past weekend on the website. The brand new hardcore wrestling t-shirts. I did get one person buy 5 t-shirts, so I was like, okay, thank you, man. So it seems like that t-shirt is getting very popular already, so definitely check that out. The Black Friday sale's over, obviously, but we do have a winter sale. Winter 10 is the discount code at checkout. So definitely check that out. Get yourself some of the best t-shirts you can find for under $20, wrestling wise, anywhere on the internet. Also, as well, coming within the next 6 months or so, we'll be opening up my own store here in San Antonio, Texas. So, if you're in the Texas area, San Antonio area, please come on out. I have a lot of different things I'll be having in the store, including the t-shirts, WWF, WCW, ECW, wrestling posters, AEW as well. Also, the Mattel Elites, the Mattel Basics, the Mattel Ultimates, the Unrivaled from AEW, and the Unrivaled and Unmatched series as well. So those will all be available. Pop figures galore. Gonna have over 300 Funko Pops, and anything else wrestling related is gonna be a one-stop shop there. Including trading cards as well. I have trading cards too as well from the Panini series as well. The Panini Revolution, the Panini Prisms, and also as well, of course, the Panini Selects, which is 3 great series from this past year from Panini and WWE, the first year that they have that. So, but yeah, like I mentioned, SpinebusterTees.com. Winter sale is up and going right now for the extra 10% off. And just follow me on Spinebuster Tees on Instagram and keep up with myself and my story.
Yeah, definitely keep up with that, guys. All right, yeah. Shout out to everybody. Wrestling Soup. Mish is the reason why I'm on here. So thank Mish. Mish is the man. Kevin Castle, John Draper, the rest of the Breaking the Apocalypse guys, Shaheen. B-Show, Clark Street Wrestling Podcast, our boy RJ, Jesus, Mitch, RJ, Ruben Prime, Jeff Littman, Monty. I do a show with RJ and Monty. We have our own show that we record every Sunday morning. It's called the Trifecta Threat. We just cover the week in wrestling and on other topics that come up. So that is my other show. So look out for that one. It's the most recent episode's already out, so give it a listen. Hammerlock Hangover, Jeff Littman Show with Steve Pena, Andrew Carlick, False Count Radio. Let's see if I'm missing anyone. Wrestling Court. I think they just put out a new episode, like their first one in like months. Wrestling Court with Julian and Rob. Oh man, if I'm blanking on names, I'm so sorry. There's just so many people to thank, and just shout out to everybody that has a show. Of course, I gotta say thank you to my podcasting partner in crime, Justin, right here. If it wasn't for him, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I'd do without Justin. So
I'll be dead, man.
He'll be dead on crack.
Yeah. There you go.
But Nightmesh. But shout out to everybody else who listens to the show and who supports us. And don't forget, the year-end show will be coming up on the 30th. So make sure to pack these questions in with as many questions as your heart can contain, as our hearts can contain. But anyways, guys, from me and from Justin and me to you guys, thank you guys, and have a good night. And we'll see you next week, same time, same show, and same channel. Peace.
Same bad time, same bad channel. Peace out, guys.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.